recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivia Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivia Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list? Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
Aaron.
I haven't started cooking more, but I have started thinking about cooking more, so I've looked at a lot of recipes for things. Mostly cocktails.
Zahkia.
I'm a very happy evil genius.
Yeah.
And Nick.
For all the listeners out there, if you spend enough money, you can be where I am today.
And the rest of the Trivia Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan and I'm here today with Zahkia Mendoza. Hello, Zahkia.
Hello, Jonathan.
Welcome back. I'm glad to see your smiling face.
Thank you. I was puking last week.
Yes.
Very, very sick.
Yes, you were. And if you were one of the people who were scheduled for last week's call, we apologize for that. It was Zakia's fault.
It was all my fault. The worst.
There's the bus, and there's the key under it.
I crawled under that bus. It's fine.
Let me tell everybody who is here today. Justin Wentz is with us today. Hello, Justin.
What is up, everybody?
Glad you are here. Vinnie Iyer is with us today. Hello, Vinnie.
Hey, Army. How's it going?
Fantastic. Glad you are here. And Alex Misner is with us today. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Jonathan. Glad to be back.
Outstanding. So I mentioned this on the last recording, but I realized after the fact that that is the patron-only episode, so I need to say this on the main feed, I think, too. Big news for the Oakes household this week. I closed on a house, so the HQ for Trivial Warfare is going to be moving. We'll be moving in June, so that's big. And then the second piece of big news is I got engaged.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yes, Zahkia, you're not making any sounds. You're very expressive without your sounds.
Congratulations, Jonathan. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats to you and Sarah for sure.
Yeah, I proposed in the backyard of the new house during the walkthrough. It was stressful. It was things going wrong around us. It's hard, but it went perfectly. So very, very happy.
The real question is, though, was the ring tied to the neck of a peacock or not?
It was not. No, Justin is referring to the fact that we do have peacocks that go through that backyard every now and then in the new house. So we're both wildlife people, so we're very excited about that kind of thing.
Peacocks are good luck, right?
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's only the right answer you needed, right, Jonathan? That's the only answer.
Exactly.
I don't have to do anything,
positive,
right?
We're
Okay.
good. All right, guys. So let's get to know you all a little bit better. Justin, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Justin Wentz. I am from Fernandina Beach, Florida, just a little bit north and east of Mr. Oakes there in the far northeast corner of Florida. We own a little trivia company here called Trivia 30, as in the time. What time is it? It's Trivia 30.
What time is it?
Sorry, I have to explain that to everybody, so I throw it out there. We probably should use it as catchphrase before every show, but we don't because, well, we're just dumb. So something fun about myself. On the drive over here, I was thinking, oh, crap, I didn't think anything fun about myself. I'm not fun. But I did have a fun story that I've one of my claim to fames is that a few years ago, I think it was in 2009, it was the year there was an H1N1 or a bird flu thing going around. I got to go on stage with the band Spinal Tap at the Florida Theater.
With the band Spinal Tap.
Yes. As in, this is Spinal Tap from the film.
Yes.
They were doing their Unplugged and Unwigged tour or something to that effect. And it was just Harry Shearer, Michael McKean, and Christopher Guest playing all of Spinal Tap songs. And I happen to be, they called out a random seat number. I don't know, D11, the amps go to 11. So I don't know if I got lucky. I don't know why they called me. I was in the fourth row, but, and I got to go up and they said they were experimenting with 3D music. And they gave me a set of 3D glasses, set me on a folding chair, and played Listen to the Flower People while Harry Shearer, Christopher Guest, Michael McKean all came up to me with like the what do you call it? The necks of a guitar. Sorry, I'm not a guitar player. So like the necks of their guitars and their basses and waved them in my face the whole time they performed. And it was freaking hilarious. And because the bird flu was going around, like even the meet and greet people didn't get to shake their hands. Like nobody got to touch them or shake their hands. And I got to shake all three of their hands on stage. It was amazing.
That is so freaking
That
cool.
is my fun claim to fame, is going on stage with Spinal Tap. So,
I love it. You're practically a fourth member.
Exactly. I'm waiting for the royalty checks, but they haven't shown up yet. So.
Yeah. No, it sounds like you're getting the same amount that they are.
Amen. I still have the 3D glasses and they signed them. So.
Whoa, that's cool. Were they the
Yes.
original like blue and reds?
Yep. They were like your old school,
yeah.
like go to the theater. Yep. Cruddy little 3D glasses. So
The ones you used to get insides of magazines.
Exactly.
Outstanding. Well, Justin, it's great to have you here. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Thanks, Jonathan.
Vinny, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Vinnie Iyer. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been here for quite a while, 17 years right now. So this is home for the most part. And I do work for the Sporting News. It's a publication that started in St. Louis, but we're still around online. It started in 1886. I'm not that old, but I've been there. I counted for like 17% of the existence. So that's pretty cool. And then the fun, interesting thing about me, last October, my wife and I adopted our two foster children. So that was a lot of fun, and they've been fun and changed our lives here for the last 3 years or so. So yeah, I just got back with an Easter egg hunt with them. It's a lot of fun. My daughter made me this little name tag, and she's listened to the show before, and she thinks it's boring sometimes, but I forgive her. I still played in the car. And she was excited. She wished me luck today on the show. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun with those two. It's a wild ride, and it's worth every moment of it.
That is fantastic. What took you down that path? What made you want to go there? It's one of the best things I can imagine a person doing. So I'm always curious.
Yeah, my wife and I were thinking about starting a family, and then we said, okay, our friend of ours kind of connected us with this agency that was really cool. And we said there's a lot of kids in need, especially around the pandemic time. And there's a lot more since then that have been put into care since. So it's a really tough situation out there for a lot of kids. And we thought we could get involved. We didn't have kids of our own. So we thought, okay, we have some room for some kids in our home and our heart. So let's do it. So it's been more rewarding than I could even imagine.
That's fantastic. So awesome. On a different note, I see that you are a fantasy football writer, among other things. Are you friends with AJ Mass?
No, I know of him, and I've seen his stuff, but no, I'm not. I know some people there at ESPN, but not.
We got to get y'all on the same show. AJ is a friend and a listener as well, so I think we might be able to work out something really fun with you guys.
Yeah, sounds cool.
I would love that. All right, well, Vinny, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Alex, tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Well, I'm from Richland, Washington. I'm a nuclear engineer, and it might be necessarily so fun, but where other people choose vacations for nice beaches, I choose it for nice museums.
Right. So what's your favorite museum that you've intentionally traveled to go to?
Well, it's hard to beat the British Museum, but of one that more people haven't gone to, I would say the National Cryptologic Museum that's just off Fort Meade.
Cryptologic. Is this like
It's got all the code breaking stuff, and then you can see a piece of Gary Powers' U2 is on display there.
Really? Do they have an Enigma device there?
They have two of them.
Whoa. That is very cool.
And they have
Where
the
was
equivalents for the Japanese systems as well.
Wow. Where was that?
So if you're
you said
it's in Maryland, just off of Fort Meade. So if you're in the DC area, I recommend taking a trip up there.
That seems like a really cool thing to show your kids. That I really like that. Very cool. So you're not locked into, oh, let me look at natural history. Oh, let me look at art. You're finding all kinds of interesting things, it sounds like.
National capitals are always good for a wide range of museums.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. All right. Well, Alex, we are super glad you are here today. We are going to have a great time. We're going to get started right now with Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
So today's Warm It Up Chris is inspired by a series I like on TikTok by, I think his name is Dr. Rubin. And it is Pokemon or medication.
We have literally had a Pokemon or medication before, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I'll be interested to see if we do better or worse this time.
Yeah, and this different set of Pokemon and different set of medications. So we'll see how it goes. I've got 20 items that could be Pokemon or medication. Let's just jump into it. Jonathan, we'll kick it off with you. You have Lapras.
Lapras is a Loch Ness Monster style Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon. Nice job. Alex, you're up next. You have Love Disc.
I know nothing about Pokemon, but I'm going to guess Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon. If I didn't know it was a Pokemon, I would absolutely think that was some kind of weird medication. Vinny, you're up. You have Risperdal.
Yeah, that has the etymology to me of a medication. So I'm going to go medication there.
It's an antipsychotic medication. Nice job. Justin, you're up.
All right.
You give him a word.
Sorry. I didn't give you anything to say.
I was like, well, that's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
You're up.
You're up. I was like,
You have Zeldox.
Zeldox. Oh my goodness. I'm in Alex's boat here. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of people like angry at the podcast by saying I have never, ever, ever played a Pokemon game my entire life. I know Zocdoc is something to do with I think that's like Zeldox. That sounds to me more like a Pokemon. I know more about drugs than Pokemon, so I'm gonna say Pokemon.
Zeldox is an antipsychotic.
That's my problem. I knew I needed to be on something.
Jonathan, you're up. You have Tangela.
Yeah. So the reason I know a lot more about Pokemon now than I used to when we did this last time, because I played a lot of Pokemon Go with Sebastian for a couple of years. So this is much easier than it was the first time we had this. Tangela is looks like a bush made of eels that are all swimming around each other with little feet on the bottom of it. It is a Pokemon.
Yes, and that is a very, very great, accurate description of a Tangela.
Now I gotta look
with two little eyes inset to black circles.
Yeah, with feet. Alex, you have Basaglar.
I'm just going to play the 50-50 game and guess medication.
It is an insulin. Nice job.
Yes.
Good job.
The power of random guessing.
Vinny, you've got Tujeo.
Darn it, I was hoping to get Gualfacin or whatever from a few episodes ago. I'm going to say Pokemon. I'm just going to go with that.
Tujeo is also an insulin.
So much insulin.
Justin, you've got Perjeta.
Can you spell that one for me, please?
Perjeta.
Game theory would tell me it's not a medicine, but it sure sounds like a medicine. Okay, since I feel like it's a medicine, I'm going to go the opposite way and say it's a Pokemon.
It's a monoclonal antibody. It's a medicine.
Dang it.
It's okay. It's okay. Trust your gut with these.
There you go.
Jonathan, you have Deoxys.
DEOXYX, something like that. How do you spell it?
DEOXYS.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a Pokemon. It's like a robot kind of thing with multiple forms, and most of the time, think like short tentacle arms on a weirdly shaped robot.
I love how you're giving all of the descriptions. Exactly. I don't have to post pictures afterward. Just listen to Jonathan's great descriptions of the Pokemon. Deoxys is indeed a Pokemon. Nice job.
It doesn't look like a Pokemon. It looks like a sci-fi movie character.
Alex, you have Dermasorb.
That sounds like a medication to me.
It is a medication, a dermatitis medication specifically.
Nice job.
Vinny, you have Covavax.
Oh boy. Based on what Jonathan did, it's probably some kind of robotic Pokemon. So I'm just going to piggyback off his answer here based on the spelling or sound.
It is a vaccination. It's a COVID vaccination.
It's actually a vax. That's true.
Yeah, it's actually a vax.
It.
Justin, you have Trionex.
Trionex. Gosh dang it. Can I be a pain and get a spelling for it just to see if it helps at all?
That's not being a pain. It's Trianex.
Every time Jonathan describes one of these, I feel like I should be on an antipsychotic because they make like if I saw that thing, I would want some medication. Trionex. I'm gonna go with my gut because right out of the gates it sounded like a medicine. So I'm gonna stick with medicine this time.
It is a medicine.
Yeah,
nice job. Specifically, it's another dermatitis med. Jonathan Spinda.
Big Spinda. Spenda.
Spinda.
I got the medicine.
Spinda is a Pokemon.
No, I don't know that one. What is that? Describe him to me.
Spinda, it's like a panda, but it's pink and it's got kind of ears, but its eyes look hypnotic, like
okay,
like, ooh, spinny eyes.
Yeah, no, I couldn't remember that one.
All right, Alex, you have Grayleys.
Sure you don't want to give me like Pikachu? I'm going to go with Pokemon on this one.
Grayleys is a gabapentin. So a medication.
Which is not the same as a gabapentin.
Gabapentin like sounds like a
greatest before and after.
Like an educational kids show to teach you how to get rid of seizures. That's where I am. Vinny, you have Elavil.
I think it's a trick. I'm going to go Pokemon.
It is a medication. It is antidepressant.
Okay.
All right. Justin, you have Swinub.
Swinub. I'm going to go gut and just say Pokemon.
It is a...
There you go.
I cannot describe it, Jonathan. But
it looks like a cross. Yeah, sure. Imagine a ball of fur and then put a pig snout on the front of it. And that's a Swinub or a Swinub. And it grows up into like a woolly mammoth type thing.
I was going to say ball of pigs. That works. All right, Jonathan, you're up.
Yep.
I know you're going to get this one. Drowsy.
Drowsy is a Pokemon for sure. Imagine a fat man. Actually, imagine Homer Simpson, but make him an anteater head. So Homer Simpson's body with an anteater's head, but the snout is about half as long as a normal anteater. That's a Drowsy.
I would add on with like bedroom eyes. A little visual.
It's like, hey.
All right, Alex, you have Garbodor.
I'm going to go back to medication on this one.
Garbodor is a Pokemon.
Of course it is.
Garbodor is like literally like a trash rat.
Yeah, it's trash. It's a garbage thing. Imagine, do you remember Fraggle Rock?
Uh-huh.
Remember the trash heap?
It's like the heap?
Marjorie the trash heap.
Give the trash heap like one or two tentacle looking things for arms, and that's Garbodor.
Nice.
I'm noting tentacles are a theme this morning.
All right, you have our last two. Vinny, you have Rescriptor.
Oh boy, this is a trap. I know. Yet another one. I'm trying. It's it sounds like prescriptor. I'm going to say it's a Pokemon. It sounds like some kind of dinosaur type of thing.
It's an HIV medication. Wow. But it really does sound like a Pokemon. That's why I put all the Pokemon in here. They sound like meds. All right, Justin, bring it on home. You have Voltorb.
Voltorb. Is that VAL or VORL?
VOLTORB.
Oh, man. I know there's a couple of drugs that start with the the VOL, but all right, I'm going to stick with my gut and go drug.
It's a Pokemon.
Beep. Sorry, guys. I tried.
It's like an electric orb. Yeah. So,
Imagine
orb.
a ball that floats in air with one half is red and the other half is white, and now give it a mouth and eyes. That's a Voltorb.
That's a Voltorb.
I'll keep
And-
that for him.
Samori.
And that's our warm it up, Chris.
All right. Good job, Zahkia. Good job, everybody. That
Good job.
I hope
Thank
that
you.
Good job,
inspires
Jonathan.
you. I hope that inspires you to go look at Pokemons, because they're really fun to look at. Actually, they're more clever than you think, and then sometimes they're exactly what you think. So, grain of salt, but they're fun to look at. All right, guys. This is going to be episode number 100. No. That was
No.
6 years ago.
A time warp.
Yeah, this is going to be episode number 474. We are on the main feed. Huge shout out to everybody listening. Enjoy you and appreciate you. If you like the show and you want more of it, you can go to trivialwarfarearmy.com and sign up as a sergeant or higher to get access to over 200 archived episodes. You can also join as a lieutenant or higher and start accumulating credit to come on the show, like these fine people who are playing today. So we would love to have you here. Just go to trivialwarfarearmy.com to do that. I also want to remind you we are having a big meetup get-together in Denver, Colorado, the weekend of July 11th through the 14th. By the time you're hearing this, the room block will be announced. The opening night party will be announced. We're going to have activities for people who like to party. We're going to have activities for people who like nature. We're going to do some fun stuff, and I hope to see you there. So if you are interested, just hop on to the Trivial Warfare Army Facebook group. You will find a link to the event posted. It is pinned to the top of the group, so you'll be able to find it there. And if you are planning to go, please use that and click that you're going so that I know how many people to plan for. I know there's more than are clicked right now, so we're going to give it time, but I do need to know how many to plan for. All right, today's game, it's going to be Jonathan and Vinny versus Justin and Alex. Zakia's hosting. And it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
Round 1, question 1. Your category, stars. Your question, Castor and Pollux are the twins that make up what constellation?
I've got, Vinny, but I got a handful of cat, so I have a hard time typing it. Oh, let's see if I can get this. I got to unlock my phone. You just stay here, Rambo. You're very comforting. Yes.
We'll
agreed.
save you some
Lock
trouble
in.
and lock in so you can talk.
Too late.
about
We locked in first. Ha ha.
I don't know. It sounds like we could do a 3, 2, 1. You guys want to
We
do
can
a
do
3,
a
2,
3, 2,
1?
1.
Sure.
All right. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Gemini.
Gemini is the correct answer.
That's my sign, so
Oh, well, look at you. I'm a Taurus, but I have a bunch of Gemini placements. So like a lot of people think I am. I am not, but I like a Gemini. It's cool. I also revealed just then I'm an astrology girly. Okay. Round 1, question 2. Your category is television, brought to you by Rob Warman.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
Your question, what Rachel Dratch character, who debuted in a memorable 2004 SNL sketch set at Disney World, has gained widespread use as a nickname for someone with a pessimistic outlook?
I agree.
All right. So we're going to lock in there, Alex.
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
Yeah, I think this was rather simple as well, right? I mean, I don't think I ever heard this term before Saturday Night Live, but yeah, it seems like we call a lot of people like this in our lives when they're not up for it. But yeah, we got to Debbie Downer pretty quickly.
All right,
Agreed.
so you guys are locking in.
Yeah,
Debbie
we can
Downer?
lock in Debbie Downer whenever she'd say whatever her one-liner is. Oh, but this and this and this, and you'd hear the music as they zoom into her face. It's like,
sad trombone.
Justin and Alex, you were pretty sure. What did you say?
You'll go, Alex, or I will.
You were the first one with it. So.
Yeah, the one of our favorites. Yes, the sad trombone. We do it a lot, and yes, facts like that. Feline leukemia is the biggest killer of domesticated cats. Fun facts like that we learned from Debbie Downer and Rachel Jones. So, yes, indeed, everybody's got one in their family, don't they? Wah wah. You do it way better than I do, Zahkia.
Thank you. I also just watched the sketch. The correct answer is indeed Debbie Downer. And Vinny, I think you alluded to this, and this surprised me that this wasn't really in the common vernacular before the SNL sketch. That surprised me because I feel like some people were just talking and saying Debbie Downer a lot before that, but no. It really came into use after 2004.
That's a lot like the bucket list term not showing up before the
That's
movie.
what I was thinking too, Jonathan. That's where my mind went as well, which is crazy to think about.
I know. Round 1, question 3, your category, more television. Televisiones. Steve Martin. Oh, more. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez play 3 true crime podcasters that snoop around their ritzy Upper West Side apartment complex in what Emmy-nominated Hulu series that debuted in 2021.
Vinny, do you agree with me? Do I have the title right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. 100%.
All right. We're going to lock in.
Justin and Alex, you can talk it out.
Well, this is one of my favorite shows. There, it's on Hulu, and it's Only Murders in the Building.
And it's on my list to watch, and I have yet to watch it, and I love Steve Martin, Martin Short. I don't know why I haven't yet.
It's on Hulu, you said?
Yeah. And it's largely an excuse for their famous friends to come and do cameos.
Yeah, fair.
We've seen them perform live twice, and there's so many references to the show, and I'm like, why have I not watched the show yet? I've literally seen Steve Martin and Martin Short live twice.
Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
Yeah, you started with the word Steve Martin. I knew where you were going to end it, so I started typing as soon as you said Steve Martin. We said Only Murders in the Building.
And it is coming on ABC, by the way. So they're going to rerun the show on ABC on network TV, but I think they have to edit it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, but it is coming. So if you have ABC, you'll be able to see it soon.
They are definitely going to have to edit some words in season 3 at the very least. Your correct answer is Only Murders in the Building. And when I tell you that I love this show, I already love Steve Martin because wild and crazy guy. But also, I am such a super fan of the show. I have the hoodie. I bought the cookies for season 3, like the Paul Rudd cookies. I spend so many hours on Reddit developing theories about who the murderer was. I love this show. Everyone go watch it. Justin, you specifically. Yes.
I'm on it.
That sounds like something that we should try. That sounds pretty good.
Oh,
How
it's
graphically,
amazing.
is it graphically violent or is it just like mystery?
No. It's just mostly a Steve Martin Short being funny and Selena Gomez of the straight man, and it's great.
Okay, that sounds good.
They're both always so clean that it's so weird when you see them and one of them like drops an F-bomb and you're like, whoa, what just happened? Like,
what do you mean they're clean? I don't consider
I mean,
either
they're
one of them
generally like,
clean.
if you think about like Three Amigo, like for the most part, their mainstream movies are fairly clean. But then when you see it's like Bob Saget, the way he was, like whoa, what the hell did he just say? That's Danny Tanner, for God's sakes.
But it does have that primo Steve Martin physical comedy. Like it's a maze. I love it.
The chemistry is really good between all three of them too.
Yeah.
So, it's really, you say, what is she doing in this? And then, oh, she's just as funny as these two guys.
Yeah. Mabel's great. They're all great. So at the end of round 1, we are 30 all. Nice job. Let's get into round 2, question 1, your category, geography.
Geography.
Your question. Medellin, Cali, and Barranquilla are the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th largest cities in what country?
Yeah, I'm with you, Vinny. I wanted to see the spelling, but now that I see it, I'm all in on you.
All right, go ahead and lock in then.
Yep.
Okay.
So now that I see them written, I definitely recognize Medellin and Cali and agree that sounds like Colombia to me.
I think Barranquilla is the hometown of, I believe, of Sofia Vergara and maybe even Shakira as well. I think they're from the same hometown.
That's a better claim to fame than the others being associated with cocaine.
And of course, the Medellin drug cartel and all that. So yeah, I'm down with Colombia. I mean, not the cocaine part, but this country part.
So lock in Colombia.
Yes.
Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
Well, I don't think the hips lied to us here. That is where Shakira is from, but I also am a big fan of baseball cards, so I know Edgar Renteria is from here, the shortstop that played in baseball. And then Medellin I know from, what was the show? Entourage. Where he was supposed to be.
Entourage.
Yeah, where he's supposed to be. He was supposed to play Escobar in the movie, the character, and supposed to make him a star or whatever. That's the only way I knew it. But then they made a show, I think, too, right? On Netflix, might be.
Yeah, Medellin features prominently in the show Narcos.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. It might have been a question on here a while back, but that's always my favorite, like Pablo Escobar's story is the fact that he had all the wild animals like hippos and stuff that now just roam Colombia and they're just wild because after he died, they just got out.
They had a whole episode of the Grand Tour where their last thing was try and get photos of the hippos.
That's wild.
So it sounds like both teams say Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all stole all of my flavor here. You talked about Sofia Vergara. You talked about Shakira. You talked about Narcos. You talked about Entourage. But nobody mentioned Encanto.
I was just about to mention Encanto.
Nice.
But Encanto doesn't really take place in a city. So it's fine. Either way, your correct answer is Colombia. Nice job.
The end of Encanto, literally the song they're singing is about Colombia. It's all up in the lyrics. So yeah, I was literally about to bring that one out.
I've yet to see Encanto, so.
That's really good. It's really good.
It's on my list right after Only Murders.
That is
Only Burgers in the Muilding.
This whole episode is going to be Justin's recommendations.
Absolutely. I'm updating my watch list right now.
Round 2, question 2, your category, my personal favorite, perfume. In 1991, Christian Dior released a perfume with this name, describing it as a place or being inspired by a place where the sun kisses the sea, and not inspired by the 1965 sci-fi epic it shares name with. Makes sense. The main notes are peony and lily, not spice.
Yeah, that works for me, Alex, if you want to lock it in.
Yeah, let's lock in.
Okay, Vinny and Jonathan, you can talk aloud.
Okay, so Vinny, I said maybe Horizon because the sun kisses the sea at the horizon. I'm not aware of a sci-fi epic from 65 with that name. Peony and lily, not spice. Spice, like the Spice Islands is the name of a thing.
Yeah, there's also flowers in the thing. So flowers, but not spice. So I don't know if it has to do with flowers, but I can't think of
both
any
of those
movie.
are flowers.
Yeah. I know it's not Planet of the Apes.
But 1965, 1965 sci-fi epic.
Yeah.
Worth referencing
Epic,
here. Yeah. Is that going to be like, it's not going to be a Clockwork Orange. It's 2001 A Space Odyssey is not there. Planet of the Apes. Event Horizon is not 1965. That's way later.
I wish it was.
I think Spice. So there's the Spice Road. Do you know where the Spice Road goes? Is it like India and China?
Yeah. Is it like some name? Like I can't think of a lot of sci-fi. I mean, it says epic.
Dune?
I can't think of anything.
Dune is a spice thing, and it could be timely with the release of Dune 2 on Netflix or whatever channel it is.
Yeah, I thought the Dune movie was maybe later. I'm not sure.
I think there is one later. I don't even think it was written in 65, honestly, but it might have been. And you know what? It doesn't say movie.
No.
What was the category?
Right. Yeah, he probably wrote it. He could have wrote. Yeah, good point. It doesn't say movie. Yeah, I like that then.
What was the category, Zahkia?
Perfume.
Perfume, not movies. So this is the book, likely.
Yeah, timely.
I think I like that because of this not spice piece there. You gonna go with it?
Yeah, go for it. I like it.
All right, we're gonna guess Dune.
Okay, Justin and Alex, what do you guys say?
Well, this Thursday was National Fragrance Day. We do like the silly holiday of the day every day on our social media, and so I asked a question about perfumes, and I had some 4 very famous perfumes, and I did like a massive deep dive, and I had no freaking clue what you were asking. And thank God Alex is on my team today. So Alex, take it away.
So I immediately thought about the Spice Must Flow, and I believe the book did come out in 1965. So we went with Dune.
It's also where a sun kisses the sea at a sand dune. Your correct answer is Dune.
All right.
Hey, we got there. Oh, that was going to be rough.
And suck it, Jonathan.
We got our hopes up, Jonathan.
Exactly.
We had to work our way there.
Long trek through the sand.
Walking in a very funny way.
Round 2, question 3. Your category is science.
Science.
I love it. This sweet-sounding variety of apple was developed at the Agriculture Experiment Station at the University of Minnesota in 1974, patented in 1988, and first reached grocery stores in 1997. It is now among the top 10 best-selling apples in the United States, number 3 in 2020.
Yeah, let's lock that in.
Okay.
All right. So, Vinny, you just suggested Honeycrisp. I like Honeycrisps. They're very sweet. They're crispy, obviously. And I do know that they're in the top 10. Do you know anything else about them?
I know they have good marketing behind them because you want to eat a sweet, crisp apple. So I don't know if it's like better marketing like than a Fuji or a Macintosh, or it's like Honeycrisp. That sounds good, because when you go to the grocery store, like I don't know which apple to get, like the Gala or like I don't know.
Right.
Honeycrisp. That must be delicious. It sounds like a cereal.
And it is. It sounds like Cookie Crisp.
Yeah. Or honeycombs, right? And either way, it's good. So we went with Honeycrisp, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Justin and Alex, what do you guys
This is
say?
kind of the reverse of the last question, where my head was spinning, and thankfully Justin came in with an answer that just seemed perfect.
Yeah, I'm a Gala and a Fuji guy myself, but Honeycrisp sounded like it matched the clues, so that's what we went with as well, was Honeycrisp.
Your correct answer is Honeycrisp. Nice
there we go.
job.
Now I got to expand my apple horizons and try a Honeycrisp. I don't know that I've ever had one. So
I have something to eat while you watch the show.
Exactly. I tell you what, I'm the most uncultured person on this call today. I apologize.
We are planning Justin's next afternoon.
I got a lot of stuff to do.
For the longest time, I thought Red Delicious were like the regular only apples, and the other apples are, what are these other apples?
I agree. Red Delicious were the red apples. Granny Smith were the green apples, and those were the only apples that existed in my childhood.
Then you discovered good apples.
Yeah, okay.
Then I discovered Jonathan's apples, which was a thing that I found out when I was like 10.
Vinny, let me tell you, when I was growing up, my mom only bought Red Delicious apples because those are her favorite. And I thought up until age 16, I didn't like apples because I just don't like Red Delicious apples. Then a friend gave me a pink lady apple. I was starving. I'm like, okay, I'll eat the nasty apple. And I realized, no, this is delicious. I freaking love apples. And Red Delicious are just misnamed.
They should just be red. Drop the delicious.
They are red.
Red nasties.
But Red Stank was not going to sell anything, honestly.
And they were invented, or whatever you want to call them, somewhere just south of Des Moines, I think in like Winterset, Iowa. And so I lived 7 years in Des Moines, and like they have a stake on the Red Delicious market up there. They really think they're good. And I'm like, they're mushy. They're gross. I'm with you, Zahkia.
Try again. Right.
Then they slap that Alar or Alar, whatever it is, on there to make it like shiny, so they probably were not good for us either. So
Exactly.
That's where the crisp comes from.
Crunchy wax.
It's like fondant on an apple.
Ugh, fondant is so gross.
Mm-mm. So, friends, at the end of round 2, we are 60 all. Nice job.
All right.
Let's get into round 3. Round 3, question 1. Your category is art. This artist painted Paul Gauguin's chair after moving to Arles, France in 1888, where he also painted Café Terrace at night and vase with 12 sunflowers.
Oh, typed that in the wrong chat. Yeah, Vinny, 100%. We can lock that in.
All right, cool.
My girlfriend also got that answer sent to her.
Fiance.
Oh, you're right. My fiance. I used the wrong word.
Yeah.
Oh,
upgrade.
Proper nomenclature.
You're locked in?
Yeah, they're locked in.
So I associate Arles with Van Gogh, and I believe he was friends with Gauguin.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was thinking too. I typed can go. So
I was getting the autocorrect doing the same thing to me.
Exactly. So that's so we can go with the answer Van Gogh if you want to lock that in, Alex.
Yeah, let's lock it in.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, what did Sarah get in the chat?
Vinny, you were all over this one.
Yeah, I know he lived with him for a time, and again, I might be giving Justin another recommendation for a movie, but it's kind of old. I think it's called Lust for Life is the name of the movie, but it's a good movie about them living together, Van Gogh and Gauguin. And I think it's Anthony Quinn and I want to say Kirk Douglas plays Van Gogh.
I'm familiar with the movie and the Iggy Pop song, but I haven't seen the movie.
yeah. Maybe it's inspired by that, the Iggy Pop song. But yeah, it was a good movie, and that's how I learned. But we watched it like way back, and don't tell me why. We watched it in school, and I thought it was boring then, but then watched it later, pretty good. Yeah, and Van Gogh lived with him for a while, so it's about the relationship. So we locked in with Van Gogh.
I thought when you were going to give him a movie recommendation, I thought you were going to go Loving Vincent, which is another movie about this man. Your correct answer is Vincent van Gogh. Nice job.
I keep meaning to watch the one that Willem Dafoe played him in recently in the last couple of years. At Eternity's Gate. I think that's the name of it. He was nominated for Best Actor a couple of years ago for it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Van Gogh cut his ear off, right? Am I thinking about the right? Yeah, okay. So it's him. Yeah. And if you see the picture of Willem Dafoe and Van Gogh, it's uncanny. It's so creepy how much they look alike.
Well, I am a huge Willem Dafoe fan, so that will be on my recommended list for sure. Round 3, question 2, your category is sports.
Sports.
What Olympic sport with an anatomical name originated in Switzerland and can be described by sliding down a frozen track face down head first? It was permanently added to the Olympic program in 2002.
I'm with you, Alex.
All right, we're going to lock in.
Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
Yeah, Vinny, I was coming to the chat to say skeleton, so I was hoping that you were saying the same thing.
Is it basically upside down luge? Is that what it is? I think.
Upside down, yeah. Turn over, face forward, and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, never want to do it. Never want to do it. I can say that. So,
yeah, we'll lock in skeleton.
Yeah.
All right, Justin and Alex, what did you say?
So I usually dread the sports category, so I was very happy this was one I knew. I think of it as luge for crazy people. Went with skeleton.
I trained for this my entire childhood in Missouri. Like that's all I did was put face first down a hill as fast as I could go and pray I didn't hit anything and die. So, how I didn't end up in the Olympics, I don't know. It was too late. My cartilage had all turned into bone by that time.
Alex, I want to know what's wrong with me that this is one of my favorite sports to watch.
It's a great thing to watch.
Exactly.
I get so hyped for it in the Winter Olympics. I love it. Your correct answer is indeed skeleton. Nice job.
Oh, nice job.
The crazy part is doing it, not watching it.
I always want to know when the first time you ski jump is. Like you have to train, and then that one time you actually finally go off the ramp. Like that's what skeleton reminds me. I was like, what? The first time you're like, all right, now we're really doing this for real.
Yeah.
I'm guessing alcohol was involved with the creation of skeleton.
Yes. And Canadians or Norwegians,
It originated in Switzerland. So rich people with beer, maybe? I don't know.
You get your St. Bernard with the brandy around its neck, and there you go.
I thought skeleton was a sport for people with no guts. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Good one.
But
That's a goodie.
Sorry.
I like
That's
it.
what being a dad is now.
Dadhood, the jokes. I love it. Round 3, question 3. Your category is movies.
Movies.
In 2015, Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig starred in A Deadly Adoption, a thriller drama about a finance guru husband, an author wife, their type 1 diabetic daughter, and an evil surrogate with a double identity. And it aired on what network?
All right. You want to lock that in, Justin?
That sounds good, Alex. Let's go with it.
All right.
Vinny, tell me what you're talking about. I'm not following.
I don't remember the name of the show, but they did a lot of like parodies of like serious movies. And I thought it was something on TBS. And it was like one has like, I think Daniel Radcliffe is one of them. And it's like these movies that are kind of just like pretend dramas, and they're really dry. And then they just make it really funny. I don't know how. Like it just,
but it
like
was,
they go and take like
Will
a Lifetime
Ferrell
movie
and Kristen Wiig together.
I mean, they were part of quite a bit of these. So
if
one
they
of them,
had a
I mean,
show
I don't
on
know if it's the
TBS.
same exact show, but I remember like some comedy deal. I mean, it could be as simple as Comedy Central, but I think that might be too easy. But I
mean,
know if it's-
I suggested Lifetime because it sounds like one of these crazy my husband was kidnapped by my daughter kind of Lifetime movie specials, right?
Yeah, I think it was a send up of those, and that's what like so I know it was not on Lifetime. It was like trying to mock a Lifetime movie, but I can't remember if it was Comedy Central or TBS. It was like one of those channels like had it.
What came on before or after it? Was it
just
followed
like
immediately by a Braves game?
You got to pay to watch Braves games now, apparently. I don't know. I can't. It's between one of those two. Like, I don't think it's related to the Radcliffe show, but they tried all this like experimental, like late night comedy stuff. So I don't know. It would come on at like 9:00. I'm not sure.
I mean, your
So it's one of those two.
Your first answer is TBS.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if like Comedy Central would be like just too. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those.
Hands
two,
off
so.
on it. I don't know the answer. I'm not familiar with any of it.
You just want to
So
try TBS and see. I don't know.
whichever one you feel more strongly about, I will be happy to follow.
I don't know why
you.
TBS came to me first, but I think that's what they were trying to do. So let's go
All right.
TBS and hope for the best.
I feel good about it.
All right. That's good. You do. Yeah, let's do it. TBS. Locked in.
All right. Justin and Alex, what do you guys feel good about?
Go for it, Alex. You were first.
Well, this just sounds like the Women's Crime Network Lifetime would put this on. We may just be going one step too short, but at least we have a different answer this time, so we lock in with Lifetime.
Alex, the Women's Crime Network is the We Network.
And Oxygen. Don't forget Oxygen.
Well, Oxygen's true crime. Lifetime is movies about crime.
True. That's true.
And Vinny, what you were thinking of was The Spoils of Babylon. That has Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig and Tobey Maguire and all their like fun friends that doing the spoof. And that was on IFC. But A Deadly Adoption has all the tropes of a Lifetime movie.
Sorry.
Finance guru husband, author wife, the child with type 1 diabetes, and double identity, evil surrogates. Yeah. It was like supposed to be dead serious. It was really
I kind of remember that
weird.
existing in the world, and I thought, I need to. Why would I ever want to watch a Lifetime movie? This would make me watch it, but I didn't watch it.
That's what I was trying to think of, the Spoils of Babylon. I did see some of that, and I didn't know what the name was. So
Yeah.
sorry there.
For the record, you mentioned the Radcliffe show. If you're talking about Miracle Workers, I have watched the second and third season of those, and they are amazing. I still haven't caught the first season, but they're so freaking funny. I love Buscemi. I love those guys. So I have seen one thing.
You have seen one thing.
Yes.
All right. So at the end of round 3, Jonathan and Vinny, you have 80. Justin, Alex, you have 90. So we're going into the midpoint, who is written by my buddy, Paul McLaughlin.
Oh, thank you,
Thanks,
Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
So this is a little bit of a different take on a midpoint. Paul gave me the names of some bands because we share some music taste in common.
That is surprising.
He gave me these. Sorry. So Paul gave me the name of some bands and descriptions of the bands. They're all cover bands or parody bands. You tell me if these bands are real or if they're fake.
Wait, it's a real or fake for the answers are going to be either or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little different. So the first one is Shire Straits, a New Zealand-based band performing Lord of the Rings themed parodies in the style of Dire Straits. 2 is Koi Division, who bill themselves as hailing from the bottom of the ocean, wear black clothes and fish masks as singing Joy Division covers with lyrics that explore the daily, often baleful goings-on of the sea. 3, the Ramones, a Ramones tribute band from New Jersey. These 4 moms play both covers and parody songs about the minutiae of mom life. And 4, Fleetwood Slack, a Seattle band of former tech employees that cover Fleetwood Mac songs in EDM style. They have one original song about bugs that is sent to the tune of Tusk. All right, so let me post these in the chat-a-rooney.
Thank you.
Even if they're not all real, I want them to all be real, just for the record.
They could be. They could be all real. They could be all fake.
So you want to lock those in?
Yeah, let's go with that, Alex. Yeah.
Something's better than nothing.
There you go. It is 4 answers. That's what counts.
Yeah, all right. So they're locked in. Vinny, I mean, there's nothing here for us without knowledge, and I don't think any of the 4 of us have knowledge here. So it's just guessing based on, does it sound real? I would lean real, fake, real. I think the third one feels the most real, and Paul is from New Jersey, so he would that's probably the impetus for the idea to begin with. I kind of like the first one better than the fourth one, honestly, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's also not 2 and 2. I would bet that it's probably not. So what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if game theories could help us much with the 2 and 2 and 3 and 1. It's tough. The one I feel really good about Ramom's being real. Koi Division just sounds like I would never want to see that.
Somebody's trying real hard.
Yeah, Koi Division is just it would be a very depressing fish band. So I don't know. Like, if I want to see guys dressed up as kois, but it could exist. Who knows? I kind of think the last one sounds kind of real. I don't know. Seattle's a musical place, right? Wasn't it from Seattle? So
I mean, I don't hate it.
So do you want to go fake, real?
I mean, I think I'd go real, or fake, real,
fake, real. Yeah, I think I could do that.
All right, let's give that a try.
Justin and Alex, what did you say?
I hope I didn't lead us astray here, Alex, because the one that sounded the most fake to me is number 3, because it seemed like something you would make up, especially for Paul being from New Jersey.
And I was just the helpful teammate. The first thing I texted was, "I'm terrible at music."
This is not didn't take any real knowledge of music. Yeah, this is not about how good you are at music.
Exactly. Yeah. So we went real, fake, real for the exact logic that the other 3 sounded really good, and the third one just sounded like something that was kind of like too easy to make up. But maybe that's why it is totally the real one. I don't know. But we went real for Shire Straits, real for Koi Division, which is just hilarious. Fake for the Ramones, and real for Fleetwood Slack. All great names for the record.
All right. So number 1, Shire Straits. That is fake.
That seems so real. Of all the levels of nerdism, I thought that was the one that was going to be sure real.
Koi Division, who come from the bottom of the ocean. I feel like there are too many details in here that keep it from being fake. It is real. 3, the Ramones. The Ramones tribute band, 4 moms playing songs about mom life. Of course, that had to be real.
Damn it. Sorry, Alex.
Yeah. We're not going to feel bad about things we knew absolutely nothing about.
There you go. I was going with that Pokemon drug thing. Like, it was my gut. I was like, ah.
And Fleetwood Slack, Paul actually sent me something for this, and I made this one up, so it's fake. I tend to play Tusk when I'm doing my thing at work, and sometimes if I get angry at a code or something, I'll say bugs. So that That works.
We needed that knowledge before.
So both teams picked up 5 points in the midpoint, meaning at the end, Jonathan and Vinny, you have 85. Justin and Alex, you have 95.
All right. Good half.
Round 4, question 1. Your category is companies. The name of this educational publishing company comes from the last names of its founders, James and John, and not the last names of a certain country music power couple.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Too late. We're locked in. Ha!
Just for the record, during the break, I got myself some water, and I also spent a little time listening to Koi Division. Fantastic. They have a lures will catch us a carp is their version of love will tear us apart. So hilarious. So shout out to Paul for that. Even though we didn't do well on it, it was a fun question. All right, Alex, we kind of were going the same direction, I think, weren't we, Alex?
Well, so I say terrible at music, so I was struggling, and then you came up with something that I recognize as a textbook company.
There you go. Awesome. I was thinking Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are a power couple in the country music world. So is McGraw Hill or Hill McGraw? You make the call. I don't know.
McGraw Hill.
McGraw Hill. Okay.
I was
sure you don't want to go
trying
Brooks
to
and
figure out
Dunn?
how Brooks and Yearwood would work into a textbook.
Brooks and Dunn.
Kicks and Ronnie. All right, so McGraw Hill is what we're locking in, correct, Alex?
Yes, let's lock that in.
Nice.
All right, Vinny.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
Yeah, I actually got to talk to Tim McGraw once when I was doing a story way back. They did a movie, the Friday Night Lights movie, and he was the drunk dad. So he was very nice. He called back, and he's a super nice guy. But it's still creepy to watch the Tim McGraw video of Taylor Swift now. Like after she went big, and then she's sitting there. Faith Hill's right next to him at the Country Music Awards. Like, what am I going to do? This girl is clearly going to be more famous than me as singing to him live. And I'm like, so yeah, this is a great power couple. I'm glad they're still together because gives faith to everybody else that you can stay together. But McGraw Hill, I remember these textbooks all the time. I don't know, if you were dozing off in class, you would notice the side of your book and it would say McGraw Hill. So
I must have been sleeping on the book. I don't remember the name. I got most likely to drool.
Or maybe you're like me and you got some Houghton publishing stuff. That's another one.
Yeah, I started with a Houghton Macmillan. I was like, wait, what is this? This is not
right.
We know it wasn't Swift Kelsey. We knew it wasn't.
Well, everyone did get the correct answer without any faith. It is indeed McGraw Hill. Nice job.
All right.
Round 4, question 2. Press your luck with this one.
No whammies. Stop.
Also known as a tremolo or vibrato arm, this mechanism adds a vibrato or wave to the sound of an electric guitar by adding tension to the string. The dive bomb effect, used by Jimi Hendrix, Brian May, Eddie Van Halen, among others, often uses this mechanism.
Yep, I'm with you, Alex.
All right, let's lock in.
Jonathan and Vinny, can talk it out.
Yeah, it is a whammy. It's the whammy bar. It's the... So, yeah, I think we got to go with the whammy bar.
Yeah.
Vinny, you good?
Press your luck. Yeah. Yep. That's all I think about when I think press your luck. So there's nothing else.
Justin and Alex, what did you say?
Alex tapped it in immediately.
So, yeah, I mean, between the press your luck thing and I know a whammy bar is a thing on an electric guitar, so went with whammy bar.
Vinny, you don't think of Peter Tavarkin?
There's a guy that memorized all the 4 patterns.
Mm-hmm.
I keep another thing on my list. I keep meaning to watch that.
It's a very tragic show because I think that guy had a lot of money issues and then he got depressed and that was it. He won all the money and then I think sadly Peter Tamarkin might have died in a plane crash or something. So it was pretty sad. Yeah.
So watch the Price is Right documentary. It's more
not depressed. Yeah, not depressed.
All right, Debbie Downer.
Yeah, not to depress our luck, but yeah.
Depress our luck.
We can take some of those drugs or Pokemons from earlier, one or the other.
Oh, the antipsychotics. We were just going all the pullbacks, all the pullbacks. Oh, I love it. And here's another pullback. Alex, you keep saying that you're bad at music, but you're doing fairly well for someone who said they don't know electric guitars. Your correct answer is indeed a whammy bar. Nice job.
It's proof that luck is a thing.
Yeah, Alex is very good and answers almost every question right, whether he thinks he's good at the questions or not.
Round 4, question 3. Your category is famous phrases.
Phrasing.
Hannah Waddingham is probably best known for Ted Lasso, but she's also known to audiences as the largely silent Septa Unella from Game of Thrones. Septa Unella was quiet, but was known for what word?
Yeah, it's all you, Alex.
Okay, let's lock it in.
Okay, Jonathan and Vinny.
Is this the thing, Vinny? You know this?
Yeah, it's from Game of Thrones. She was in Game of Thrones with the character that she had to, I guess I already forgot the show, a lot of it, but Cersei Lannister had to walk through the town and she put on this black cloak and she was this tall lady in the back and she just kept saying, shame, shame. So, and they were just, she had to walk naked through the city and all the people had to laugh at her. So,
okay.
Literal walk of shame. So,
we're saying shame. Got it.
All right, Justin and Alex, what did you say?
This is just one of the random things I've come across over the years, that the actress from Ted Lasso is the one walking behind Cersei Lannister saying shame, shame. So we went with shame.
I'm surprised no one did the bell. Shame. 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 When spoiler alert for Game of Thrones, I know it's been years, but we got just for some people, when Cersei ends up torturing Septa Unella in the end, she says shame, shame, shame. So yes, shame is the word. Nice job, both teams. So at the end of round 4, Jonathan and Vinny, you have 115. Justin and Alex, you have 125.
We got to catch up.
Yeah. Round 5, question 1, your category, more science.
Science!
More science! Science!
Rubies and sapphires are the red and mostly blue varieties of this crystalline form of aluminum oxide.
We good to lock in?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Vinny, these are both corundums.
Yeah, I mean, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
I almost wanted to type conundrum.
That's
This was not a conundrum for you.
No, it's the second or third hardest material on the Mohs scale. So we can lock in.
All right.
Ooh, Justin and Alex, what did you say?
So it's number 9 on the Mohs scale. Its color depends on what impurity it has, and we went with corundum.
Nice job, both teams. Your correct answer is corundum. Round 5, question 2, your category is authors.
Books.
Sebastian Junger is an author, filmmaker, and journalist who might be best known for his creative nonfiction book, The Perfect Storm. But most of his work covers what subject, which he covered as a journalist in Afghanistan and Nigeria, was the subject of his 2010 documentary Restrepo, and serves as the title of his 2010 memoir. I will say to both teams, you don't have to be very specific with this.
Okay.
And I'm cool with that, Alex.
So let's go with it.
Okay.
Okay, Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
Okay, so Vinny, just thinking out loud for a second here, if it's a person who wrote The Perfect Storm, which is the whaling ship or whatever who went out into the storm and the hurricane and couldn't come back, this person might have a predilection for man against nature stories, right? Mm-hmm. And so that leads me to maybe in Afghanistan and Nigeria, maybe we're talking about drought or famine or something along those lines, or maybe even animals like lions or something.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, it has to be a book title, right? So something that could easily be sold as a book title, right? Mm-hmm. As a memoir, right? I think that's what it was. Yeah, the title of his memoir in 2010, right? So I don't think it'd be as simple as like war. Like I think it has to be a little deeper than that, right? Or, I mean, famine could have double meaning, right? If you're starved and you're fighting I mean, so there's that.
It could be like Hunger, which would be a great name for a book.
And yeah, that would be a great name. And it rhymes with his name, Hunger by Younger.
Oh, God. Hey, benefit right there. Younger Hunger.
I don't think it's like Pestilence or something like that. But
no. And I don't think it would be like Rebellion, because Afghanistan, that's not what's happening there.
I know you've mentioned Drought, but I don't see that being like, I want to buy a book named Drought and read
No,
it.
I agree.
So I say Famine or Hunger.
Could be
she said
water,
something about
though.
not being specific. It could
Do
be.
you know what
simply water.
Restrepo means?
I was trying to. It sounds like. I mean, sounds like German to me, but
it does, doesn't it? Well, his name also sounds German.
Yeah, he's probably German, I'm guessing.
Po might be a suffix, like Gestapo, right?
Yeah, it could be like strain or suffering or something.
Mm-hmm. Or it could be person, like a person who does a certain thing.
Right. It sounds like you're restrained. It sounds like a thing that you'd be restrained or be short of or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I mean, Hunger is a decent name for a book. I don't have any real logic. I have given you my logic,
Hunger would
and it's
sound
not
better than any of the Drought or War, Rebellion. That would make more sense for a memoir.
Yeah.
Right? If he could also say he's hungry to find the store, whatever. They have a double meaning or whatever. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's say Hunger.
Justin and Alex, what did you say?
So I never saw Restrepo, but if I remember right, it was following an army unit around Afghanistan. And so I thought it was just war and was just worried if that was too generic, but we lock in with war.
Okay, some points here. Vinny, Hunger by Junger is amazing. I realize that you are in journalism, but my goodness, you should find Sebastian Junger and become his PR person, or at least just write the titles for his books, because that is amazing. However, it is not the correct answer. Restrepo is, I saw this basically right after it came out, and it is, Alex is correct, it follows an army unit, and it follows specifically the story of Juan Sebastian Restrepo. It's his last name, and the correct answer is war.
Beep. That was literally the first thing Vinny said in the chat.
Yeah,
we were sure that was like too basic or general or something.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to clarify. You do not have to be super specific at all.
So is that actually the title of the book then as well?
Yes. Yeah. The title of this memoir is War.
Not war. What is it good for? It's not
exactly. Round 5, question 3. Your category is fruit.
Fruit.
The name of this fruit translates to howling or singing wolf. It's officially named for an Italian region where apparently there are a great presence of howling wolves, but etymologists debate that these days.
Yeah, I like that, Alex. Let's go with that.
Take a stab and lock it in.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
We haven't even typed anything yet. I mean, because it's named for an Italian region doesn't mean it's something that grows in that region. So we have to be careful of that, but it probably is. I think of olives, which I don't typically consider a fruit, but they have a pit. So they're a fruit, or a whatever they're called. You got any Italian fruits?
I'm trying to think. Okay, so regions are what? Tuscany is a region, right?
Tuscany is a region. The coast, Napoli is a region.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Napoli.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going there in 3 days, so I should know.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Lupine or loop would be a wolf.
Yeah, loop or lupine or whatever.
Howling or singing is not necessarily the wolf in the name. It might be the singing or the howling in the name.
So it says it translates to howling or singing wolf, right? So
an Italian region probably ends with a vowel too. So a fruit that ends in a vowel would be what you're looking for.
Yeah. Is there something with like an L-U-P and something with the end of that? Because that's wolf, right?
Yeah. Lupus, lupine.
Yeah. So.
Oh, apple, orange, pear, banana, peach, nectarine. I'm out of fruits.
Yeah. I mean,
olives, grapes, pineapples.
It's not something random like kumquat or something, is it? No,
I don't think it's kumquat. We have loquat trees in my new backyard. Those are kind of like kumquats.
I don't know if we're overthinking this one again. Like
I don't think we're overthinking it. I don't think we've thought it yet.
I can't even think of like fruits that are, unless it's like a type of berry or something. Like it's like a maraschino cherry or something. I don't know.
Maraschino is not bad, but that's not the name of the fruit. It's just the name of the saucy stuff. Yeah.
Variety of fruit. I'm going to know what it is as soon as it's said.
You have a minute left.
We all will, because we'll hear it.
Yeah. Good logic, Jonathan.
Well, we just need to skip over this minute.
Yeah, we need to pull his face balls and fast forward.
When will then be now?
Soon.
Just trying to think of what is singing, like something with opera or...
Right? In Italian, I don't know. Aria? Cantaloupe?
It could
Cantaloupe? Cantaloupe?
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, because it's cant means singing, like canto.
Okay.
Canting.
That
Go
gets
for
us.
it, yeah.
That's not the worst
I like
answer
it.
we've come up with. We'll say cantaloupe.
Yeah, I like it.
Justin and Alex, what did you say?
You hate
Once
to
again,
see
screw
that.
you, Jonathan.
Really? Come on, give it to me.
I came at from a linguistic side. Lupin is wolf, and if you read like the Divine Comedy, is broken up into cantos or songs. So put those together, came up with cantaloupe.
I was just waiting for the Jonathan to happen. I knew it was going to happen. I was just watching you, waiting.
I didn't know it was going to happen.
Oh, I knew. I knew for sure.
Pre-typed a message to Alex that said, "Damn it, if they come up with this." Like,
you just had to put the loop in the right part. Once you got the loop part.
Yeah.
Well, you had to not get stuck on loop as opposed to lope.
Yeah.
I think you should have stuck with maraschino.
I agree.
But yes, the correct answer is indeed cantaloupe.
Wow, that is lucky.
Fantastic.
My goodness. So at the end of round 5, Jonathan and Vinny, you have 135. Justin and Alex, who have 155. Round 6, question 1. Your category is music.
It's all you, Alex.
Oh, God. We're screwed.
This particular music question brought to you by the creator of the All Killer No Filler series, Niv Rayside. Thank you, Niv.
Shout out to Niv.
Thanks, Niv.
With their album Rock-a-Rolla, released in 1974, and their album Invincible Shield, released in 2024, what British band is the first heavy metal band to release albums 50 years apart?
I mean, yeah, that's the one that's the one I go to instinctually. The first one I said, okay, sounds like we can lock in.
Okay. Justin, Alex, you guys can talk it out.
Yeah, we were throwing some names back and forth. I wasn't trying to poo-poo all your ideas, Alex.
No,
I was just feeling like all of
it's
those
usually
were
a good thing to do on this.
I was feeling like all of those were earlier, like late 60s, early 70s. We asked a question recently about the album British Steel, which I remember being from 1980.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Judas Priest's 6th album, if I remember right, when we asked this question. And I remember like it was credited as influence for like Metallica and Megadeth and a bunch of different bands. 74 to 80, I guess they would have had to put out an album every year, basically, if I remember my facts correct. So that is, and I know they're still recording. We just saw them at Rockville a couple of years ago, so I know they're still touring and recording. So that would be my guess, is Judas Priest.
That makes me feel better, because I was going on the assumption that it was a 50-year gap, and so I was trying to come up with bands that would have not done anything between 74 and 2000.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think
so. That's why I was thinking Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin kind of things, but Judas Priest sounds just fine by me.
I feel like I saw those in the writing of that question. I feel like those names sound familiar. So if you're okay with that, let's go with Judas Priest.
That's something to go on. Let's do it.
All right, we're going to be breaking the law with some Judas Priest.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
That's a good answer, Vinny.
Yeah, I know.
It could be right. Ours could be right too, though.
Yeah. It was just hard to put this together. I can't say I'm the biggest metal fan. I'm more grunge oriented, but that's the problem here. I'm just trying to think if the titles of the albums would give us anything.
Don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
But we said Iron Maiden, another long-time English band that could be 50 years apart. They're both really old. They both made a lot of albums. I don't know for sure you're right. I don't know for sure we're wrong, but I think one of us is going to be right.
I wouldn't want to go either way on that one, to be honest.
All right. So Jonathan and Vinny, you guys said Iron Maiden?
Yes.
Well, you guys have another thing coming. The answer is Judas Priest.
Nice job, Justin.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
I used to do dad jokes too.
That was good once again. That was like muscle memory. Those words were in my brain. I just don't know why. So.
Yeah.
They weren't in mine.
All right. Round 6, question 2. I did this category. Food and ugh.
Food and ugh.
So this is written by Rob Mormon, and I would say I'm not trying to cast judgment on the food, but it's just my personal food and ugh.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
In 2018, the Heinz company started selling a condiment that many Americans were already making themselves, often called fry sauce. What is the portmanteau that Heinz chose for the name of this product?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Hey, you like that, Alex? All right, we'll lock that in.
All right, Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
Yeah, Vinny, I have a bottle of this. I saw it the other day. I was like, it might be good. I'll try that. It was mayonnaise and ketchup. So I have a bottle of something literally called mayo chip.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better than ketchup-naise. That would be the only answer we could go to.
That's for the Pokemon tie-in.
There you go. That's ketchup-naise them all.
It's an insult.
I was always a big fan. One of my favorite mixtures for French fries was Dijon mustard and ketchup. I like mixing those together for French fries, but apparently nobody wants to make Dijon chup. or ketchured. So yeah, I guess we're gonna say mayo chip.
Yep.
All right, Justin and Alex, what did you say?
Wouldn't that just be called Grey Poupon? Sorry. Alex, you go for it, man.
No, this was all you.
Okay, yeah, I was with you. I see this in Publix all the time, and if I remember right, it's called mayo chup. And I'm not sure whether I'm down with it or not. Jonathan will have to give me his review.
I'm not sure either. I bought it a few weeks ago. I haven't tried it.
Okay. Well, I'll be awaiting a full review.
Here's why I
go
bought
out on a limb and say it doesn't pair well with a Honeycrisp apple.
I agree with that. The reason I bought it was not thinking of French fries. I was thinking of hamburgers. So when I was growing up, the Whopper was truly the best fast food hamburger. They would cook it. It'd be real flame. It was a totally different sandwich than it is today. And the Whopper had a distinct taste that was different than every other burger. And when I got older, I opened it up and explored and tried to figure out what it was. And I figured out what it was. They put both mayonnaise and ketchup on the bun. And that combination of flavors tasted really good on the Whopper. And so I tried it. I bought it because burgers, not because of fries.
Nice.
So both teams came in with mayo chup. The correct answer is mayo chup. As a hater of both ketchup and mayonnaise, it's not my vibe. However, I do like Dijon mustard. So okay.
Fair.
My dad loves Whoppers and he loves mayonnaise. So the joke is if he gets a Whopper and the mayonnaise doesn't go at least from like ear to ear once he bites into it, he hasn't gotten the mayonnaise.
That's pretty gross.
It's an ungodly sight. It's like, can you see that in the other room, please?
Oh, food and for me.
The Soakwood shower after a Whopper.
Ugh, wow. Okay. Round 6, question 3. Your category, if it ain't Baroque.
Is that if it ain't broke or it ain't Baroque?
Baroque.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This question is also nice. Conductor Thomas Beecham described the sound of this instrument, a staple in Baroque music, as 2 skeletons copulating on a tin roof in a thunderstorm.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you got some knowledge on that, Alex, let's go with it.
All right, let's lock it in.
Nice.
Okay, Jonathan and Vinny, you can talk it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to think of too many instruments involved with this that would fit the question, because it has to be an unusual sounding or rare instrument or one that we don't hear a lot today. And the first thing I went to was harpsichord. It seemed like I remember this in like Bach music back in the day. The only other thing I don't think it's recorder either, or organ.
Definitely not recorder. So a harpsichord has a click to it. It has like a click and a twang. So instead of a smooth piano, it's like.
Yeah.
So, I think, and it definitely is a Baroque popular instrument. I think it's the right answer.
All right, go ahead. We'll lock it in.
All right, we'll say harpsichord.
Justin and Alex, what did you guys say?
So I took exactly one music appreciation course, and think of Baroque composers. I think of Bach, and I'm pretty sure Bach wrote things for the harpsichord because the piano was invented much later. So we just lock in with harpsichord.
So Thomas Beecham described this as two skeletons copulating on a tin roof in a thunderstorm. I always said it sounded like bees buzzing to me, like a full zombido situation. The correct answer is a harpsichord.
Good job, Vinny.
Alex, who knows nothing about music.
Yeah.
I know nothing about popular music.
There you go. We compliment each other well then.
And I'd say that one music appreciation class is stretching real far.
My classical music score in Learned League is much higher than my pop music score.
Nice. So at the end of round 6, Jonathan and Vinny, you have 155. Justin and Alex, you have 185. And your category for the gauntlet is new names.
All right, let's go for it. Our wager is locked in.
Yeah, ours is too.
Let's get into our gauntlet. Your category is new names. Question 1. In 1981, Belize changed their name from what after gaining their independence from the United Kingdom?
Yes, Alex, I was trying to think of it, and as soon as I saw it, yep.
All right, we're locked in on that.
Yeah, Vinny, I think we can lock in too, right?
Yep, for sure.
All right, locked in.
Question 2 of your gauntlet. This island was once known as Formosa, a short-lived kingdom between its cession by the Qing dynasty and the subsequent colonization by Japan.
Yep,
Yeah,
we're in agreement.
Vinny?
Let's lock it in.
I think we can lock in as well.
Oh, all these locks. All right. Question 3 of your gauntlet. What territory joined with Zanzibar in 1964 to form the nation of Tanzania? The territory shares its name with the second oldest, second largest, and second deepest freshwater lake in the world.
All right, let's lock it in.
Okay.
Sounds like we're on the same page, Vinny.
Yep.
You want to lock that in?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're locked in.
Let's collect some answers. So, first question of the gauntlet. Belize changed their name from what after getting their independence from the UK? Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
Yeah, I guess the UK was a hint here. And you had to put it kind of in front of it. And so we went with British Honduras.
Very cool. Justin and Alex, what did you say?
I was working on it in my brain, and Alex was way faster than I was, and he got there as well with British Honduras.
Very cool. Question 2 of your gauntlet. The island, once known as Formosa, between the cession of the Qing dynasty and the colonization by Japan. Justin and Alex, what did you say?
So still see it occasionally on maps that the Strait of Formosa is between mainland China and Taiwan. So went with Taiwan.
We were all so quick to say Taiwan.
Yeah, I see it on the map as well.
And finally, what territory joined with Zanzibar in 1964 to form the nation of Tanzania? Shares a name with a very old, very large, very deep lake. Jonathan and Vinny, what did you say?
This is the third time in the last 2 weeks that Zanzibar has come up in my trivia life. It seems it's crazy that I don't hear the word Zanzibar for 2 years and then poof, boom, boom, boom. We both said Tanganyika. Lake Tanganyika is huge. It's in Africa, and it makes sense to add to Zanzibar to get Tanza. So we said Tanganyika.
Is this another Billy Joel song that I didn't know of?
Exactly. Exactly. It was definitely Vienna again, right?
So yeah, they, came up with a portmanteau name for the country, and Tanganyika plus Zanzibar equals Tanzania.
We are all in agreement on answers, so it's time to reveal. In 1981, Belize changed their name to British Honduras. Nice job.
Scratch
The
that
island-
and reverse it.
Yeah.
You said Belize changed their name to British Honduras.
Oh, yep. I need to flip it and reverse it. It was British Honduras, but now it's Belize. Yeah. My apologies, Missy Elliott. That was terrible. The island that was once known as Formosa is now known as Taiwan. Nice job. And I'm glad that Zanzibar is coming up in your life a lot, Jonathan, because if you put it with Tanganyika, you get Tanzania. So your correct answers were British Honduras, Taiwan, and Tanganyika. Both teams got everything right. Let's see what the wagers put us at. So Jonathan and Vinny, what did you wager?
Vinny said he liked the category.
Yeah, I said it might be geography, so I said, yeah, go for it. So we bet it all.
Oh,
155. So
we tried to bet 185, but Zahkia told us no.
We wanted to bet 30 points more, but
Justin and Alex, what did you bet?
I immediately texted Alex and said, I'm terrible at betting. I know there's strategy and stuff to it and math and stuff. And so he did the hard math. And Alex, what did we decide to go with?
We just went for it and went with 126. Assuming my math was right, that should be a lockout.
Boo.
I mean,
Boo. No
Of course, it wouldn't be the first time math has been done wrong on wagering.
I literally had to get my calculator out and check. I'm like, okay, that seems right.
Well, you did it right. With a score of 311 to 310, Justin and Alex, you are the winners of this game. Nice job.
Good job. Well done.
We had
Alex,
three answers we disagreed with.
Yeah, it was a tight game, and I'm so grateful that we had two strong teams here, because this gives me like a half hour back in my day to get done. I'm so happy. Yeah, great game, y'all. This game, one of the rare times that the teams murder a game. This game was sufficiently murdered. This was well done. Before we go, we like to give everybody a chance to do shout-outs and promote causes that they care about. Winning team goes first. Let's start with Alex.
So my usual cause, I say, is support your favorite podcast, because they provide a lot of entertainment and want to keep them going.
Love it. Thank you. We agree. All right, Justin, over to you.
All right, I second that. You guys do great work, Jonathan. Appreciate all you do, and you guys put on great content. So that self-serving, come if you're ever in the Fernandina Beach area, come play some trivia with us. It's a great place to vacation. There's more
Trivia
and more people
30.
there every single day. So come hang out with us, and then I would be in trouble with her if I didn't say spay and neuter your pets and adopt, don't shop. Those are our this is why we have a house full of cats. So thanks again, Jonathan, Zahkia. Awesome game. Alex, you're a great teammate. Appreciate you, my man, and everybody
Great
else.
playing
Fun
with
to
you.
meet you. Yes.
If you don't spay and neuter your pets, Emily will adopt them. So it's very important.
They will
that
end
you
up
spay
in
and
my
neuter.
house. So please, I beg of you.
And Justin, I'm going to be a lot closer to you guys now. We're going to be in the Amelia View area up there off of Sterrett Road.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I was
Yeah.
thinking you were going further south. Yay. I
I'm
love
going
that.
way north. Yeah, I'm up above the perimeter.
All right. Yeah, you're close to like Caddyshack, kind of in that neighborhood.
That's right next to
A little bit.
Caddyshack, honestly. It's
Oh,
not
I
far
love
away.
it. I have my Caddyshack
Yeah.
bracelet on. So,
Yeah.
So-
They told us we'll be able to hear the lions roaring when they want to make noise. We'll hear them.
yes. Jealous.
All right, Vinny, we're going to end it with you.
yeah, echoing what they said about podcasts, I have one as well. Check it out, Locked On Fantasy Football on the Locked On Network. So we do that show 5 days a week. So check it out
Wow.
for most. Yeah.
That's
And,
work right
I
there.
do
That's
wanna-
real work.
Yeah. Not as long as the show, but yeah, it's still work every day. So it's good, but listen and support them. And then I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Not everyone can do this. It's difficult, but if you have room in your house and your hearts to foster a child, please do it. And there's a lot of agencies near you that are going to help you out. So, and you can lean on your family and friends. They can really get you through the hard times and really make it rewarding.
Absolutely. I know our boy Rob Everett would support that as well. He's our guy. That is going to wrap us up. Great game. So for Vinny, for Alex, for Justin, and Zahkia, my name's Jonathan. This has been episode number 474 of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.